What is up, adventurers and travelers? Welcome into Coven's Tavern. I'm Daiquiri Magic, and today we are doing episode 2 of Tavern Talk. Today, joining me, I have Silver the Survivor and the calm Minoutaur. Say hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. We have one brain cell and we share it.
We need it.
I love that you two are in unison for this. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right into the appetizer round. So, question number 1 going into the appetizer round is, do you eat breakfast?
No.
Sometimes. Very rarely.
All right. So,
depending on lazy I am.
That is fair. So, what is your ideal breakfast?
Oh.
Ooh. I would say pancakes and country fried steak.
Mm.
You know, that actually leads me to my next. That will actually lead into the next question. So I'm glad you said it like that. What you got, Silver?
My favorite breakfast is a crepe covered in Nutella and filled with bananas, smothered in syrup.
You know, I literally have been thinking about these questions all day, and I thought I was gonna get the very generic answers of like eggs and bacon with some toast. You know, I was like,
I
was
like
so
that
ready.
too. Okay.
I was so ready for you guys to give me some very generic answers and everything, and then I was like, oh yeah, well why don't we talk about like a bagel with an over easy egg, some ham, some bacon, some sausage, along with some syrup on top and some cheese, because that doesn't sound weird at all. That actually is really good, by the way. Some like a little drizzle.
I need it.
And then the other one I had was like a chorizo burrito with like egg, hash browns, and chorizo, a little bit of sauce, and then a lot of cheese. Because, you know, that's not artery clogging at all.
No.
Just how I like to start my morning.
So the next question, which you kind of already answered there, Minotaur. Steak for breakfast, yes or no?
Only country fried.
Ooh, okay.
I would say any steak, yes.
That okay.
See, I'm biased. I just don't like normal steak. I prefer.
That's okay.
country fried.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, everyone has their preferences, like people who like pineapple on pizza and people who don't like pineapple on pizza. But anyway, that's not a Disney last episode or anything.
Steak for breakfast is awesome. It's just like, how often is that going to happen? Unless you're super well prepared. It's very rarely I wake up and the first thing I want to do in the morning is cook a steak.
Hey man, you know, a freshly cooked steak with some eggs, or like even a steak sandwich in the morning, it's not bad. Get that with like
it's fantastic. I'm just going with reality of just like,
who really wants to stand at the grill or pan sear a steak in the morning? Yeah, not a lot of people. But hey, if you're really willingly putting the work, let's do it.
It's a fantastic start to your day. You're really putting your best foot forward, but it's like I usually just stumble into a bowl of cereal.
Now, the last question for appetizer round, just because I want to ask this and see what your guys' opinion is on this. Is eating a bowl of rice weird to eat for breakfast?
If it's cooked, yes. If it's not, no. That's definitely weird.
I don't know. I don't like rice, so I guess I could understand it as it's a grain, right?
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can, if you have it dry, fine. I have cereal dry. I don't like it with milk or anything like that, so it wouldn't be as weird to me on that type of thing. It's, I guess, if you like the crunch, I think it's okay. But then again, I'm one of the people
rice, baby.
Lovely. Oh man, I gotta love it when Catboy comes around.
Oh yeah, when Catboy comes around, you know that the talk is about to be good. All right, that's not exactly where I thought that was gonna go, but yeah, okay. I'm about to say, for me, my normal breakfast is normally a bowl of rice. So I do make
That's awesome.
When and it's time for me to leave. Look at that, you upset the Catboy. No, so the reason why I brought that rice up is like, so for me, like, and I'm like rushing out the door to get to work and everything, I'll just make myself like a small container of rice and make that for lunch. And it's very filling. That's why I eat that. It's not the greatest thing for a diet or anything, but if you moderate how much rice you actually intake, it's actually a really filling meal that can get you through most of the day. But when like my wife or my child wants to have something else for breakfast, then it's like, oh, okay, I guess I can eat some pancakes or waffles or eggs or maybe some French toast if that's what they really desire.
I'm pretty sure rice is one of the most consumed grains in all of the world. So
I wouldn't
honestly,
be that. Either that or oats.
Yeah, Yeah, if anybody were to like guilt you for trying to eat rice for breakfast, like it doesn't matter. We eat cake for breakfast.
I mean,
Rice is not going to be anything that's gonna shame you.
All right. With that, we're gonna go ahead and end the appetizer round and move right into the main course. I hope you guys are ready. All right. So for today's main course question, I actually have to pull it up because I kind of forgot the actual question once again. All right. Growing up, Star Kid, how about a grilled cheese? People need more grilled cheese for breakfast. Okay, we can actually end on that before we go into the main topic. Grilled cheese for breakfast, yes. Grilled cheese with ham for breakfast, totally. Grilled cheese with anything inside of it, oh yeah.
I kept expecting you to say no at some point. No, you just kept reaffirming. Yes, grilled cheese with anything. I stand by that.
Okay, so weird fact real fast. So one thing I've actually tried with a grilled cheese, and this is gonna sound really wild, and it's not the cleanest thing ever to cook. But so I make a grilled cheese, and then what I'll do as it's cooking is I'll actually throw a bit of shredded cheese into the pan, place the sandwich on top of that shredded cheese, let that melt, then do the exact same thing on the opposite side of the pan, throw another pile of shredded cheese, flip that over, and then it's just artery clogging cheese. I love cheese. So anyway,
I was mostly pausing for Minoutaur to add his input. I feel like I've been dominating replies at the moment.
I was just like,
I need one of you to read Star Kid's last message.
grilled cheese with another grilled cheese inside of it. Yes.
Yes.
Well, that's one of those meals like you'll enjoy eating it while you're eating it, and then you walk away just like wondering what you're doing with your life.
Why are you accurate about that? Anyway, all right. Main topic of the day.
Because I've made stuff like that. I've made butter nuggets, man. I know what that's like.
Ooh. All right. I'm interested in the butter nuggets, but we'll get into that another day. All right, main topic of the day. What, going for both of you, we're gonna start. We are gonna break the main topic down into multiple sections. So, first question is, what is your all-time favorite cartoon?
Dibs last?
Did you just say dibs last?
Maybe.
Look, I want to push it on you so far, Silver, just for saying that, but I've been thinking. I'd say the one that is my favorite of all time that I always go back to is going to be the X-Men.
Oh, that's
Like,
a very good choice.
The one from the 1990s.
Yes, that's a very good choice.
I loved it, and I always will love it.
Okay, all right. Silver, what you got?
I'd have to say Avatar: The Last Airbender.
That's another really good option. Both of those cartoons, I feel like, really well-developed cartoons, too.
That's like the only one I could think of that I would absolutely go and watch again and again and again. I actually have on occasion where I'm just like, oh, I need to go watch that show again, and I do. So
that's fair.
Is it still going today? No, it isn't.
I think actually, I think it is.
I think the same, man.
I think they're because with like I think with
spinoff.
Well, yeah, Korra, and then I think they're actually doing another. I think they're actually revamping Avatar to see like what the later on adventures were like when they were older.
I mean, hey, if they add more, I'll be totally stoked for that. But
I think
the originals were just so dang good.
They really were. I think that was a very well developed story and cartoon. I think my favorite cartoon as a kid, if you don't know by now, I think it would be Scooby Doo.
Yep, that
fits me so well. But I think another one that really stood out to me, and I think all three of us could agree to it, Yu-Gi-Oh.
I actually did not watch Yu-Gi-Oh growing up.
Really?
Yes, actually, you were my first experience with Yu-Gi-Oh.
Huh.
See, this is gonna. I've bonded with Dak over some Yu-Gi-Oh. The thing is, I think I've only seen like just past Pegasus or something.
Oh wow!
And I enjoyed. Yeah, no, that's all I've seen, Dak. I enjoyed it. I liked it. I think I saw the God cards. I think I saw like 2 out of the 3 God cards, and that's it.
Okay.
But it was enjoyable. I liked it.
So now the following question to that is your favorite cartoon still around today?
No.
I think we already established on my end, kind of.
Yeah, I think we already built around I think
it's reincarnated.
Yeah, I think X-Men. I don't think there is a recent X-Men cartoon, is there?
Not as far as I know.
X-Men's kind of been getting dropped recently. Yeah, I think about it.
Yeah.
With Wolverine coming back, what the? I thought the stream just
The
ended.
most recent one was, I think, in 2010s with X-Men, Wolverine or something, and that was very confusing, and it didn't actually go anywhere.
Okay.
From what I remember.
And then obviously Scooby-Doo is still around today. Now with that, is it evolving good or is it evolving bad? With Avatar, honestly, I think with Korra, I don't know if I really can say I like the story of Korra too much. Like there's a lot of people who love Korra. I don't think I liked Korra, but let's hear your input on that, Silver.
So for Legends of Korra, I've only seen like the first 2 seasons, and I did not hate it. Like a lot of people violently hate the show, and there's a lot of people who violently love the show. And for me, it's just kind of like a meh. Like it doesn't compare to the original series, but it still isn't bad on its own. Like I'm like I could watch it, I would be entertained, and I'll be like, this is pretty cool. You know, it's got bending in it, you know, still fun world building and all that jazz, and it's just like, it's not the show that I fell in love with, but it certainly isn't bad.
Okay. And then X-Men isn't been. I think X-Men, there might be like references to characters in like other cartoons based around like the Amazing Spider-Man. I think Wolverine has appeared in other Spider-Man based shows or other Avenger based shows, but I don't really think there's a lot going on with the X-Men themselves. I will say though, when it comes to the X-Men cartoon, because you're making me relive some nostalgia right now, I think the first season with all the Sentinels was probably my favorite season.
That was a really good season. I haven't watched it, I think, in 3 years. And this question, I'm like, Schnikey.
Hitting the heartstrings a little bit, right?
I gotta watch it again.
So
Punch to the face with nostalgia.
So Scooby-Doo. Oh gosh.
Where are you?
So Scooby-Doo in the original form of Scooby-Doo, like Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Scooby-Doo the show, Scooby-Doo the show, and then like the Scrappy-Doo mysteries. I loved those shows. A lot of people will hate on even a pup named Scooby-Doo. I love those shows, and a lot of people put some hate on Scrappy. I think when Scrappy first came onto the scene, he definitely stole the show away from Scooby, but I don't think he was a horrible character. What they did to him in the live action, I think, completely ruined his character. But I think with the evolution of Scooby-Doo, I don't like what they've done to Fred, making him almost a complete and bubbling fool. Like, it's always like he's trap-oriented. But if you look at the old shows, he really wasn't that way. Like, yes, it was time to set a trap, but he was always the leader. It just irritates me. He was always smart, and he always had a plan. And this is like, oh, trap. And then, like, Mystery Incorporated brought in a lot of, like, the relationship drama between, like, the two shipped couples of, like, Fred and Daphne and Velma and Shaggy. I think it ruined the show a little bit just because they didn't have this much fighting within them. There's too much drama involved when these kids were just trying to solve the mystery, and I just don't think it added to the show. Then you get to like the newest show. I hate the animation style. I'll be honest with you, I hate the animation style. It's awful. It's ugly. And then finally Velma is just horrible. There's no love towards Velma whatsoever. The movies too, I think, are good. They definitely stick more to what the mysteries are, but they definitely try to, again, they're too redundant with, oh, the gang doesn't want to solve mysteries anymore, and they bring it back to like, oh, hey, we're gonna come back together and solve this last mystery together, and the next thing you know, we're reunited. They've done that too many times now, and it's gotten old. They need to get away from the gang having inter-drama and just focus on the gang trying to solve the mystery and solving the drama that's not around them.
Yeah, I think that was pretty much the charm originally, was like the solving the mysteries, and they're always like kind of spooky perhaps at the beginning, but then there's always like a resolution that makes sense, and you're just like, oh, cool. Well, actually, probably one of the scariest Scooby-Doos I ever saw was the one where there actually wasn't an explanation that was like, oh yeah, it was just the mayor who was embezzling money the whole time or something like that. It was like, oh no, this is actually a vampire, and they actually brought back zombies. You're all in very much danger.
I'm trying to think of which one you're talking about now, because now I'm.
It was one of the movies, but yeah, it was like they actually came across a paranormal activity and.
Oh, are you talking about witches? Are you talking about the witch's ghost?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
You said something about embezzling money. I know that at one point.
Oh no. That was just an example. I don't really have it. It wasn't actually alluding to any episode. I know. Maybe I can find it later.
So, So kind of staying with the theme of like the movies and everything real fast. The movies in the live action movies. Let's talk about those real fast.
Oh no.
I think we're gonna have to rip apart Last Airbender second. So let's talk about X-Men first.
You know what? Hugh Jackman really made Wolverine. He did that very well.
Yes.
I really liked him as Wolverine. He did that wonderfully. It's Patrick Stewart, right?
Yes. Yes.
He was beautiful, amazing. I
He is
actually
amazing.
really liked I don't remember his name. Who played Scott? I think he played Scott actually pretty freaking well. Because Scott can be a bit of a D-bag. And he played a bit of a D-bag pretty well. Beyond that, oh no. The continuity of the live action movies is
ruined.
A mess.
Very much so.
Just wrap it up in a multi-universe theory, and there you go. You're good. Everything's back in continuity.
Yeah.
Because everything's in continuity.
I'm trying to see who played Scott. Who played Scott? No way. No way.
What?
James Marsden played Cyclops? No way. That's cool. I learned something today. James Marsden, he's the guy that from Sonic as well. He was the human that Sonic bonded with.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No way. So yeah, so let's talk about, all right. So I think he, like you said, Hugh Jackman brought it alive. I think the girl that portrayed Jean Grey, I think Halle Berry portraying Storm, they all brought their characters alive. I think they did really well with that.
Good casting.
Good casting. And honestly, like, you know, when those movies were coming out too, like everyone rips on the CGI and all those other things. I actually loved what they did with those movies, and for that time period, they were really well done.
I'll say for Halle Berry's Storm, I really liked her in the later movies more. I felt like she felt more like Storm than in the first one. The first one, it seemed like it was more of a focus on her power set, from what I remember.
Yes.
Again, it's been a while, but I think the later ones, once the hair is long and flowing and curly, it feels like it felt more like Storm, and not just because of the appearance.
I thought her hair got shorter as the movies went on.
I thought it was short to begin with.
No. Her hair was long in the first movie, and as it progressed, her hair got shorter.
1 second.
Now you're making me question it too. Now we have to know. All right. Well,
while you Googling this time.
Yeah. While you look this up, let's talk about Last Airbender real fast. Yay or nay to that movie?
I don't get very passionate about movies and entertainment, but boy, that one really was bad.
You want to, for turning a show into a live action movie, they had so much they could have done with that movie. And I think what kills me the most, and a lot of people disagree with me on this, but the thing that destroyed me the most in that movie were the Earthbenders, when they were like 5 of them were doing the Earthbenders like form and everything,
and then just a pebble goes across. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. Yes. That was just like. Ugh.
I think the other thing too was like the Firebenders. The Firebenders could generate fire out of nothing, but in the movie, they were like, "Oh no, you have to have a fire source." Where are you getting your source material? Because that's not what happens.
I don't know what happened when they were saying all the names wrong. They got all of the bending stuff wrong. My favorite character. My favorite character. All right. But
Soka.
Yeah, it's just.
I literally
it's
don't.
Baffling.
I can't
that
see
movie
you
is
right now, but I
baffling to
see
me.
you rubbing your brow right now.
Yes, I have facepalmed so much the past couple of minutes.
So, with that being said, though, what are your hopes for the Netflix iteration that is coming out soon? Or that is in the works?
So this is my hot take. I don't think Avatar should ever be put in a live action scenario whatsoever, ever.
I can agree with that.
It just does not seem to work. Like usually when it comes to like making things from cartoon to live action, I feel like there's just so much that's lost when you're switching media type that it's just like it's just like not even worth it. It's just I don't think there's ever been a live action from an original cartoon or anime or anything like that from an animated point that has ever done well or has ever been like lived up to what it was trying to copy. It's always bad. And so whatever, it's just like, oh, a live action of this is coming out. I'm just like, Okay, that's another fart in the wind, I guess, to ignore, because it's just like it's not gonna be good, or if it is, it's close enough that it's like, okay, well that was decent, but it's not gonna be the same thing.
Mm. So I looked. Dak, you're right. Apparently, for some reason, I just replaced cartoon. I was just thinking of Cartoon Storm.
No, it's not.
I got lost.
So I think they tried. So I think what they did with the X-Men movie with that is I think they tried to go off of the cartoon first, where she had that really long, luscious silver hair. But then they also went back to the comic base, where she did have like her more punk style was short hair, and I think Halle Berry actually preferred the short hair because the wig wasn't as uncomfortable. Could be wrong on that though. But I definitely noticed with superhero movies, and it kind of gets annoying after a while, especially with Marvel. Every movie their costumes are changing, and it's like they don't always have to change. Sometimes Thor's outfit or his armor doesn't have to change. It could just be the same armor. It's not gonna make his character stale. It's all about how you develop his character. His armor set never has to change for us to know that is Thor. And I think the latest iteration of Thor showed that, because his outfit in that movie, I'm not gonna lie to you, was kind of goofy. I will say though, I definitely can appreciate with what they did with Captain America, where you saw that his costume started very bright, very red, white, and blue, and as he progressed, you could kind of see the path that they were going with Captain America, not betraying the Avengers, but noticing that that as his costume got darker, that he was splitting off from the Avengers, because you could just tell that he didn't agree with everything that the Avengers stood for anymore.
I feel it's also that things got grittier for him.
Yep.
Like there was the World War, and he was like the poster boy, and then there's the first Avengers, and there's aliens. Holy crap! And then it's really started turning darker in the costume ever since Winter Soldier.
Right.
That's Hydra, and being the betrayal of his of all that of Shield,
right,
from its very core.
Right. Trying to think, like you said something, and I'm trying to remember now, because I feel like there was a cartoon that was made into a live action and it actually did well, but I cannot for the life of me think of it anymore.
I was trying to think.
Actually, there is one cartoon that I think was made into a live action. I actually think they did well, because I just watched it recently, and I actually mentioned it earlier when we compared who Cyclops was. I actually think Sonic looks really good from what he originally was designed to be to what he actually turned out to be. Ugly Sonic was bad. That was whoever thought of that should no, that's bad. But what the actual Sonic movies turned out to be, and how they designed Knuckles and how they designed Tails and Robotnik, having Robotnik actually be portrayed by an actual human and not, CGI'd. I think they did well with Sonic's movies. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
I gotta confess something to Silver and yourself, Dak.
Oh no.
Ooh.
I've never seen like Avatar or the Sonic movie.
So I mean,
I haven't seen the cartoon for Avatar either.
Okay. I was like, you haven't seen the movie? Oh, you lucky soul. You haven't seen the show. That's
yeah.
You're still kind of lucky, because you still have that opportunity at any point in your life to experience for the first time.
The thing is, I'm still sucked into the One Piece. I'm like,
yikes.
I'm past episode 1000 now.
Oh yikes! Didn't you start that like 2 years ago?
Look, I started it 2 years ago, got in a year, and restarted.
Why would you do this to yourself?
I've watched over 1,700 episodes of One Piece.
Oh my gosh.
There's only 1,070 or something like that.
So
I'm thinking about starting over again.
Stop it.
Bad.
Stop it.
I'm not lying.
Stop it.
I was getting to like 1005, and it showed like something from the I'm just calling it Thriller Bark. You don't understand what that means, but some people may. The Thriller Bark, and I'm like, holy crap, I want to watch it again. And I'm like, no.
Why would you do this to yourself? Why on earth would you go back after watching 1,000 episodes a night? I want to go back to episode 508.
Look, I did it when I was around episode 800. What's the difference?
I could not say I could not catch up
Catch
first.
up
I
first.
definitely agree with Zedek that you need to catch up first. Finish the anime, then restart. That's not a bad idea to, watch the anime all the way through, then go rewatch your favorite parts.
The thing is, it's not done. It's still going.
It is still going. But my God,
You'll never catch up.
I could not imagine watching 1,000 episodes of a show, getting the last 400 and you know what? This is the day I'm restarting.
Well, I mean, there's two choices. You've got the smart choice and you've got the choice of your heart. The smart choice is probably to go all the way to the end. The choice of your heart is to go to the beginning and, just live your life because it's entertainment and you don't have to be too committed.
You're over 1,000 now. Catch up, then rewatch. Yeah, but you can catch up to what's currently released.
Yeah, he is right. I do have a question. I know Dak, but Silver, have you ever tried One Piece?
I've seen bits of it, and there's been times where clips and stuff have been popping up in my YouTube feed, but I've never actually sat down and watched One Piece officially.
So this is gonna piss some people off when it comes to One Piece. I want to watch One Piece so bad, but I don't like how the art style evolves. And it to me, I love the original art style of One Piece. And as it evolved and everything, I actually think it got uglier. They become a lot blockier. And I don't know. To me, it's a very unattractive anime. I might try and sit down and rewatch it and give it a chance because the story. I actually have heard the story is really good, even though it does drag on a lot. But man, that art style kills me.
Yeah, sorry.
Go ahead.
The anime definitely makes it go longer if you want to. Read the manga. It's still really freaking good. It's I did it for one of the arcs that's supposed to be one of the longest and drawn out. It's not the best arc in One Piece. It's something that you kind of slog through, but it's only 20 episodes or something. It's not a lot.
So my question,
when we're talking about
the
big numbers, 20 is small.
Yeah. So my question for you two is: when you're watching your favorite show, whether it be like a live action show or a cartoon show, what is your snack of choice when you're watching a show?
I go for two different candy types: one fruity, one chocolatey. I'm not really particular on which.
Okay.
But it has to be in that order, in that style.
I would say probably one is definitely going to be salsa and chips.
Not surprised on that one, but okay.
And maybe something like a cheesy snack, like goldfish or something like that.
So I'm definitely going the generic route with that and going with mozzarella sticks and popcorn.
You're going super fancy.
How is that super fancy?
You're getting heat involved.
That involves cooking.
Exactly. Anytime it doesn't involve just opening the package and then devouring the package.
I mean, if we're going at it that route, because apparently this is how the last episode evolved with hot showers. If we're not going the route of warming anything up, then it would have to be either M&Ms or sour gummy worms.
Yeah. Yeah, you're the chocolate and the fruity. You got it.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
Balance, as all things should be.
We got sweet, sour, and spicy here.
Don't devour the package. Devour the contents of the package. No, I'm gonna do. Don't tell me how to live my life. What if the package is gummy itself?
Yeah, I'll say dealer's choice.
Right.
You live your best life.
Right.
If eating the package brings you joy and doesn't give you cancer, go for it.
So since we are in the tavern, the next question would obviously have to be: what is your drink of choice when watching said TV show? The hard questions.
All right.
Go ahead. Please, no, please.
I got two answers. If I have to mix it, and I feel like mixing it, and having the stuff nearby, it's going to be a gin and tonic every fucking time. I love gin and tonics, so I'll just drink those.
Okay.
If it's not, it's going to be probably one of my liqueurs, like a root beer liqueur or something like that, where I'll just sip and it's sweet and it's nice.
Is it bad that to this day I thought you never drank?
How?
I don't know. I've been sitting here this entire time thinking you don't drink.
No. I'm drinking, I think I'm drinking with you, on voice.
He doesn't remember. That's how much you drink.
I'm we played that Among Us drinking game like years and
I'm
years
about to say,
ago.
homie, do you remember the last time we played Among Us? You know
Yeah,
how many
I
times I've
know.
tried to bring Among Us back, and everyone's
I
like,
know.
I don't want to play Among Us because of that said one person who ruined it for everybody. You know how many years
Yeah.
I've been trying to do this?
No, I got you. No, let me finish, and I
Yeah.
understand. No, I misread my own rules where I was supposed to do sips, and then I was doing shots of just straight liqueur. I did like 16 plus shots in 2 hours. Woo.
Oh my gosh. What are you drinking there, Silver?
So I gotta say, I really love soda. Like it's kind of almost a problem how much I love drinking soda, soda pop, popperty, whatever you want to call
Cola.
it. Cola, yeah, a Coke here in Texas for some reason. But if my snack is already involving of sugar and sugar, meaning chocolate and something fruity, like having soda on top of that, like I'm just asking for diabetes.
Or kidney stones.
Or both, you know.
No.
They don't have to be mutually exclusive. But so I often will just go with water. If I've got a really sweet snack, I'll often just go with water because after like 2 or 3 mouthfuls, I'm going, I need something to refresh me. Because if the thing I'm washing it down is more sugar, it's just, you know, keeping the problem going. So yes, boring. I like to drink water if I'm eating candy. If I'm eating popcorn, however, soda all the way. Sprite usually is like the best, that or Mountain Dew.
In Texas, it's called Coke.
Yes, I like to drink Coke for every one of my soda products.
Look, I gotta be honest. Silver understood the assignment. I did not. When you said, "Oh, since we're at the bar, let's talk about what drinks you would have," I thought, "Oh, immediately alcoholic."
Oh, I just said drinks. It does not
Yeah,
every drink is alcoholic, my friend.
No, but you said because we're at the bar.
We're at the tavern.
We're at
Yeah,
the tavern.
I have drinks
We're at the
behind
bar.
me.
Yes, I know.
You're on brand.
Can I change my answer?
Sure.
It's
Well, my thing
completely
is-
different.
Well, I didn't choose, you know, an alcoholic beverage because I'm the designated driver tonight. So.
Oh goodness. Well, I can't even drive, so that's great.
Oh well, there you go.
No, it would be what I know. Dak has a bunch in his fridge. Is seltzer.
Funny enough, right now my fridge is empty except of water.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
I have. Like, if I showed you my
so
fridge,
proud of you.
I have. I'm actually working on. This is gonna sound really shocking. I'm actually working on cleaning myself of caffeine, and I actually slowed down my alcohol consumption because I'm actually trying to lose weight right now. And I've actually, this is just to gloat a little bit, I've actually lost 13 pounds by cutting out a lot of the sugar, a lot of the caffeine, and everything. I will say though, the headache that comes with going clean sucks.
Imagine having a stocked up fridge.
In
this economy.
Gosh, a stocked up fridge, man. I think I have like 4 water bottles left, and I've drank 3 of them today. Anyway, to answer that question, like I'm gonna go both routes on that. So for alcoholic, I definitely, again, my name is what I would drink is the daiquiri. I would have to go the daiquiri route. I definitely enjoy a strawberry daiquiri, a peach daiquiri, or a dragon fruit daiquiri. Those are probably like my go-tos when it comes to alcoholic beverages. Either that or rum chata or bourbon. Those are my alcoholic choices, but I really don't drink heavily anymore just because I don't like the way I feel after I drink. So after I drink alcohol anyway, my non-alcoholic choice for that would have to either be Dr. Pepper or Gamer Subs, which is like the flavored powders that you can put in water and everything. I would definitely go the route. And there's so many good flavors, and I love that. I wish that could be like the perfect ad right there. Go drink Gamer Subs now. No, but I definitely go the Crystal Light route because they're good ways to stay hydrated and everything, especially for long nights of gaming. This really sounds like a bad ad right now. Go drink Gamer Subs. But no, Dr. Pepper too. I love Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper Vanilla too is probably my favorite of all the Dr. Peppers. All right, boys.
Wait, I'm sorry. You said Dr. Pepper Vanilla is your favorite, not Dr. Pepper Cream Soda?
I actually don't like the cream soda.
What?
I don't. I actually don't like their cream soda. It actually does not taste good to me.
I am surprised. All right.
I will say the A&W cream soda, I'll drink that all day. Dr. Pepper, I don't know what it is about Dr. Pepper's cream soda. Same thing with the strawberry cream. I did not like it. It was to me it was very gross.
Strawberry cream was very gross.
There was one of my coworkers who came in every day before he delivered cargo, and he would drink one of those. And I was like, bro, that's nasty. That's gnarly. But no shame to Dr. Pepper. They're trying new things, but they're either the cherry Dr. Pepper, the vanilla Dr. Pepper. Those are my go-tos. I'll even mix the two and have vanilla cherry Dr. Pepper. That is so sweet but good. I could screw that up every day. I love mixing my drinks too. Like I like coming up with the different flavor combinations too. But cream, I don't know what it was about the cream soda. I like cream soda too. That's what's weird is I love cream soda, but Dr. Pepper's was just not good. It looks like we're frozen right now because I'm just staring at your still image. So with that, we're actually gonna move into last call. With last call, I actually have a very, very controversial question to ask both of you, and I'm curious to see how you two answer. With last call is going to be a yes or no only, no debate. We're going to end it off with this. The question for last call tonight is water wet?
No.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I appreciate my guys for joining me today. It was a great time. We're not debating this, guys. We're not going to debate this, but thank you guys for watching. If you have topics that you want to see us do here on Tavern Talk, please leave them in the Discord or send me a message and we can discuss it. If you want to join me for a Tavern Talk episode, hit me up and I'll let you know. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Leave a like down below if you did. Comment for what you want to see next. And above all, subscribe and follow the Tavern today so you guys can see more amazing content that I create with my friends. Hope to see you guys next time. Say goodnight, guys.
Good night, guys.
I love you.
I had the brain cell this time.
Have a great night, guys. See you next time. Cheers.
Good night.